Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you how to turn $8,000 into $10,000 or even $20,000 on your first wholesale deal. Now I've done a lot of series where I've wholesaled with $100, I've wholesaled with $15. Today we're going to do it with $1,000. Now this is probably going to be the fastest way to get your first wholesale deal. It's going to be the most hands-off way to get your first wholesale deal. So definitely stick to the end of this video because I'm going to be sharing so many new tips and tricks to automate this business. Now, for a $1,000 budget, there's a lot that we can do with it. But I think the most feasible and the best way to get your money's worth is with virtual assistants and a CRM. Now, pay attention to this really closely. Now, with a $1,000 budget, there's so much that we can do with it, right? We can go PPC leads, we can do digital marketing, we can do a lot with it, but I'm going to show you what I think, in my opinion, is the best way to do it. And it's what we do now on a daily basis, just on a bigger scale. Now with $1,000, I'm going to go on Wholesale Discord and I'm going to get their executive package. It costs $899. I know it seems like a lot, but this is a virtual assistant that's going to make calls for you 3 times a week, 4 hours a day for the entire month. Right? So for an entire month, for 48 hours, they're going to be making calls for you. Now, before you ask, what are they going to be calling? Wholesale Discord actually provides lists so your virtual assistant can call. So you get 5,000 leads in any area, any location, any criteria. You can be zip code specific, you can be state specific. You can do whatever you want in terms of customization. I like absentee owners that have owned it for more than 3 years. That is my favorite criteria to go after. I also take it a step ahead and find the median average home in my area, and I use that as my maximum when I'm finding a list. So here in Jersey, for the most part, I do a house that was bought at least 3 years ago and is under $400,000. So that's my secret recipe. Absentee owners owned for at least 3 years, under $400,000. Now, in different areas, different states, this number is going to fluctuate. So find your median average. And if you can't do this, you can use ChatGPT, quick search, ask what's the median price range in this area or this zip code, and it will tell you. So once you have this figured out, now you have 5,000 leads. Your virtual assistant is going to spend this entire month calling 5,000 leads. If you want to do more leads, by all means, do more leads. Instead of 5,000, do 10,000. The virtual assistants are able to call about 1,000 people a day. Now, the best part about the virtual assistants with Wholesale Discord, if you're driving for dollars or you found the list on public county records, give it to your virtual assistant and they'll add it to the queue and keep calling those leads as well. But let's say you just have the 5,000 leads and your virtual assistant finished it in the first 2 weeks. What happens in the remaining 2 weeks? This is what happens. They're going to filter your list for all the people that did not respond. So they're going to not call people that they've already spoken to and said no. They're going to call everyone that hasn't answered, and they're going to try and get the most out of your money with that list. They're going to call as many people, try to get as many people on the line so that we can get the best leads for you. So another question I get is, what are these virtual assistants actually going to do? How can I trust that they're actually going to make these calls? Now, with Wholesale Discord, and the reason that I push Wholesale Discord above anything else, these virtual assistants are already trained. They understand real estate. They understand what they need to get from the homeowner. You're not going to be training this virtual assistant yourself. It already comes with a power dialer, which comes with a recording feature. Their entire calls are recorded. Their screens are recorded. It's all about confidentiality as well as making them better. The recordings are not only for you, so you can listen back and see what's going on, but it's also for us to make sure that these virtual assistants get better as the day goes by. So your virtual assistant is going to call your list. It's going to be uploaded to our dialer. If you have your own dialer, we can have our virtual assistants use your dialer. But if you don't have a dialer and you don't want to pay an extra $180 a month, you can use our dialer absolutely free. We even give you your own customized area code number. So now let's get into the fun part. So your virtual assistant is going to call your list and they're going to try to get as much information as possible. They're going to try to get you the general condition, timeline, motivation, and price, which is the 4 preliminary questions that you want answered after every phone call. Our virtual assistants actually take it a step ahead and they will actually run comps for you, give you a market analysis, give you a suggested offer, suggested rehab, and a suggested wholesale fee for this deal. They're basically handling a big portion of your acquisitions, right? They're getting on the phone with the homeowners, they're getting as much information as possible, they're running comps. Your job now becomes to call up the homeowner who is already expecting your call, because your virtual assistant let them know that the manager or boss is going to call them back either later today or tomorrow. You call them back and make an offer, right? This is where it's your time to shine, negotiate, make an offer, lock it up under contract. Once it's locked up under contract, now is the fun part, finding a cash buyer. And if you need ways to find cash buyers, I have a video up of 10 different ways to find cash buyers. This is truly the fun and easy part of a wholesaling transaction, because if you have a good deal, finding buyers is the easy part. But if you are struggling to find cash buyers, a lot of the times I show the free ways to find cash buyers, because typically a lot of your deals are gonna get sold on Facebook Marketplace, maybe Craigslist, Facebook investor groups. But if you are doing email marketing, which is where you're sending your deal to cash buyers' emails, similar to this deal that we just did, this is my entire email list. This is our template that we use. You can copy it. Actually, if you comment the word email, I'll send you a copy of ours and you can copy it word for word. We have disclaimers, we have everything. So if that's what you want, comment the word email and I'll send it over and you can completely copy it. But if you want a buyer's list, I've shown ways on how to build your own cash buyer list. But if you don't want to go through that step, you're willing to put in the money, you can actually purchase a cash buyer database at Wholesale Discord in your specific state or area, and you can email blast these cash buyers your deal, and then you can finally close your first wholesale deal by spending $1,000. So as you can tell, there's a lot of ways to wholesale real estate, right? There's so many different avenues that you can choose from. Just find the one that works and stick to it. Obviously, the more money you spend on this business, the faster you're gonna see results. But again, I'm a big believer that you can start with $0. It's how I started. So if that's the way that you wanna go about it, I'll be making a lot more videos on how to do this the free way with barely spending much. But if you have the funds and truly wanna scale and grow your business, this is the best way to do it. Virtual assistants, let them make all the calls for you. You deal with only the people that actually want to sell their home. Before we end this video, I want to remind you guys that I came out with a free ebook that has over 120 pages of content, information, scripts, contracts, everything that you need to start wholesaling real estate, and it's free. All you got to do is check the link in the description, or you can comment the word guide and I'll send you the link. It is absolutely free. I'd rather you use money to pay for systems and softwares and virtual assistants to help you start and get your first deal rather than paying for knowledge and courses. You don't need to. So don't forget to check the link in the description or comment the word guide, and I'll see you in the next video.